Afternoon baseball now on a fine Sunday from Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City. Today, the finale of this three-game weekend series between the Minnesota Twins and the Kansas City Royals. Next. Andreas Pineda is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for Kansas City. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, Matt, we're getting a chance to look at a guy that's really struggled lately. ERA over 5 in his last 3 starts, so he's going to have to really improve on that one. Too many base runners, too many hits, and too many walks. He needs to get off to a good start and maybe throw up a 0 in the first inning.
Now batting, Jorge Polanco, and he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. The 2-2. Swinging a ground ball to third. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Twins strand a pair. Twins nothing. Royals coming up. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Digging in now for Kansas City, Rob Farr has come up big in spots like this more than once this year. Currently second in the AL in RBIs. First delivery to him on the way. Grounder down the line at third. Fellas, these Twins, as they take the field this afternoon, they enter this one off a loss after winning 5 of 7 prior to that.
Yeah, Matty, this is the big one right here. They've split the first 2 games of this series. You want to steal one right here and be feeling good about yourself.
Yeah, Dero, I think one of the things you want to do, you get to the 3rd game, you'd like to win this series and finish it off by winning game.
And the run will score, and the Royals are off to a 1-0 lead. So he's able to come through here with 2 away, and that's a good time to check out our RBI leaders on the league leaderboard. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department. Stepping into the box, Henry Ibarra. And a great chance here for Kansas City to add on in just the first inning. Two quick strikes, and now the 0-2. And a big strikeout there as they'll leave a couple of runners on base, and after a good start to the inning, they can't capitalize any further. It's a run on 2 hits here for KC. Second inning upcoming here in KC. Royals out in front, 1-0. Striding in once again, Rob Farr, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. First pitch coming. Here it is. Ground ball sent back up the middle, and that's through into center field. Base hit. Throw into second, and the run will score from second here as this is now a 3-0 game, and he'll scramble back to first safely.
You know what I like right there, Dan, is the batter's approach. Not trying to do too much, just taking it right back up the chute again, staying within himself, and just knowing that anything to the outfield gets him an RBI.
Now, that's a good piece of hitting. That's a great point, Dero. I think a lot of times hitters go up there trying to do a little bit too much. Sometimes you just have to go ahead and hit the ball where it's pitched, and a good job and a run batted in.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Popped up, and here's Flores to make the catch, and the side is retired. It's a run on 2 hits here for KC. On now to the top of inning number 4. The Royals are on top, 3-0. Ready once again, Mitch Haniger. Already 2 for 2. He'll look to add on right here. This is line to left. And a dive in left, but he can't get it. It'll get by him toward the wall. And the runner will score from second. To score away from the play.
And that's the chance you take when you lay out for a ball like that. You make the play and you're a hero on the highlight shows. You miss it and you're picking yourself up and chasing after it.
Ready for another chance? Rob Farr. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. Here comes the first pitch. Oh, and he hung the slider here, and it's a towering drive out to deep left field. This ball is gone. A home run. It's a two-run shot to straightaway left. Number 11 for him on the season as they open it up to 6-2 now.
Left its bat. I didn't think it had the height to even clear the fence. Shows you how much I know. That thing was a laser shot that just kept going and going and going. Wow, that was impressive.
Ready to take his hacks again. Rob Farr as he'll look to follow up the two-run homer he launched over the wall last time up. First pitch of the at-bat. Oh, and he gets a hold of this one as it's in the air to deep left. Does he have another one? He does. It's another home run. A solo shot here to left. His second of the game as they push this lead up to 9 now.
I think it's time to start pitching around this guy. He's hit 3 home runs already in this series. I'm not sure what more they need to see, but this is not the guy I want to be pitching to right now. Hey, it always feels good to win a baseball game, but when you can win one at home in front of your home crowd, all those fans cheering, this is a good win for this team.
11-5, the final tally in this one. The Royals get the win on the heels of 4 home runs. Andreas Pineda notches his 3rd win of the year. Michael Pineda struggled and gets the loss after giving up 6 earned. So that's it for us this afternoon. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, log on to theshownation.com. Tuesday Night Baseball now from the home of the Cardinals, Busch Stadium in St. Louis. Tonight, the start of a 3-game interleague series between the Kansas City Royals and the St. Louis Cardinals. Two potential X factors in this series right there. The first game is coming up. Michael Wacha will be on the mound for the series opener. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, we're looking at a real solid starting pitcher right here. You take a look at that ERA, anywhere between 3.5 and 4. But I'll tell you what he does know how to do. He knows how to get people out, and he can minimize the damage. He knows how to control the running game. He does a lot of things right. And if he does all those things, expect a real solid performance in this one.
So next to the plate for the Royals, Rob Farr. First shot for him here as he comes in currently leading the junior circuit in hitting. First delivery to him on the way. Line drive to center field. Pham patrolling center makes the play, 1 out.
So here's how the Cardinals are positioned defensively. And this team, they're not going to be moving around as much as some of the new age teams. The shifting and moving the third baseman over second base and the right fielder to play third base. This is going to be your stationary team, trusting pitchers to execute pitches.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Tommy Pham. He flew out in his last at-bat. Third. Farr is right there. And he's safe at first as he beats this one out. Into the box now, Rob Farr. Here's the first pitch to him. Hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd, foul. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Pham is in retreat as he pulls it in for the. Digging in once again, Rob Farr. First pitch coming, here it is. Line toward center field. But sadly for him, this will head straight to the center. And that'll bring in Tommy Joseph.
Thirdbasman, Tommy Joseph.
The 1-2. This is hit to third. Will it be? One there. On to first. It's a double play as their woes continue. The inning is over. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. Back with more here on a Tuesday night after this. The Gateway Arch. Digging in to try it again. Rob Farr. From the belt. Kicks and deals. Swinging a liner toward the gap in left center. Ozuna is there, and he'll make the catch to retire. The leave one. And that one run held up tonight. 1-0 the final. Kansas City took the lead in the fourth and held on until the end. Andres Machado. Wednesday night baseball now from Busch Stadium in St. Louis. Tonight, the second of 3 to start the week between the Kansas City Royals and the St. Louis Cardinals. Stay tuned for Cardinals baseball next. Carlos Martinez gets the start for St. Louis in this one. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, a lot of guys' lucky number is 7, but as a pitcher, you give up 7 earned runs and you take the loss. That's not a very good number. He's going to hope to be much better in this one here.
Coming to the plate now, Rob Farr, and a chance to add to his league-leading RBI total right here. He's ready. Here's the first offering. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Pham is there, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. It's a run on 2 hits here for KC. On now to the bottom of inning number 1. Into the box now, Rob Farr, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. A bouncer to the left side. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
Good job there to put the ball on the ground and pick up the tying run. This one has the makings of being a close game until the very end.
Ready for another shot now. Rob Farr, 0 for 2 with a run batted in for him thus far. First pitch on its way. And this ball's pretty well struck high and deep to left field. And it would have been trouble, but a great job there to pull this one in on the dead run. And that ends the inning. So coming to the plate, Harrison Bader. He has flied and lined out in 2 trips in this one. Now, attempt here. And the throw is too late. He's on with a beautifully placed bunt single. And that'll bring in Tommy Joseph. Two quick strikes, and now the 0-2 hit on the ground to third. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Some of our Reggie Smiley is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7. Striding into the box, Rob Farr, 0 for 3 with an RBI in this one. Line drive to left. Ozuna is there, and he makes the catch for the out.
I know they say sometimes that these things even out, but that was a bullet line drive that gets caught. He would have represented the go-ahead run.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Rob Farr. Here comes the first pitch. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Calling for it, Pham. And that's the third out. So the lineup really helped carry them to victory here in this one, and this man was a big reason why. He's our top player. Welcome to the gateway to the West, St. Louis, Missouri. MLB Network is live from Busch Stadium. Today, the third and final game in this three-game series between the Kansas City Royals and the St. Louis Cardinals. It's interleague baseball next on MLB Network. Jack Flaherty will be towing the rubber for the Cardinals. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, Matt, 5 full innings for this guy in his last one. You couldn't really consider that a powerhouse outing. He was able to get a no decision, but I'm sure he and the team are looking for a lot more in this one today.
At the plate, Rob Farr, who comes in today leading the American League in batting for the season.
Rob Farr.
From the stretch. Line toward the gap in left center. Ozuna will get there, and he puts it away to retire the. So that brings in the power-hitting middle infielder Paul DeJong. He enters this one second in the National League round trip category. This one's down to third. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals. They're down 2-0. So here's the cleanup hitter, Tommy Joseph. First shot for him here as he enters play, currently leading the senior circuit in batting.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Hey, nice leadoff single to start the second right there. They're already
coming to the plate now, Rob Farr. Here's the first pitch to him. Just got a piece up the line. Gonna be a tough play. Throw on to first, 2 gone. Digging in, Rob Farr. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. Little dribbler down the line, but it gets fouled. The windup and the 0-1. Hit on the ground out to short. And that's the second out. Digging in and looking for more, Tommy Pham. A hit and 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Comes set with the 0-1. Hard hit at third. Just 2 pitches to get the ground ball, and that ends the inning. So striding forward now, Rob Farr. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. He's set and the pitch. Back up the middle. A dive, but he can't knock it down. It's through for a base hit.
Yeah, great job right there. You squared up on that sucker.
So stepping in, Rob Refsnyder. 2 outs and 2 runners aboard here in the 7th inning. Looking to minimize the damage here. And he'll strike out here yet again, as it's been a ball game to forget thus far. Every game has its offensive stars, and in this one, he arguably shined the brightest. He's Friday night baseball now from Fenway Park here in Boston. Tonight, the first of this 3-game weekend series between the Kansas City Royals and the Boston Red Sox. These two should be exciting to watch go at each other, and it's all coming up next. Carlos Rodon, a left-handed Floridian, will get the starting assignment. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Wow, when you look into the numbers, they can be a little bit deceiving. Normally, most pitchers pitch better at home, but not this guy. He actually prefers and pitches better on the road. We'll see how he does and if he can adapt and start pitching better at home in this one.
Guys, this Red Sox ball club entering play here tonight. They come in the midst of a stretch where they've dropped 6 of their last 9.
Yeah, Matty, these players got in their cars today to drive to the stadium focused on one thing. Not who was going to be the hero, just the fact that they needed a W and that one of their teammates, whether it's them or someone else, has to come up with a big knock.
In time to first, and there are 2 away. Digging in, Rob Farr. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Here comes the first pitch. Line towards center field. Pesky is there, and it's a very quick inning as the side is retired. Now in the box, Rob Farr.
Third baseman, Rob Farr.
Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. Line drive to center field. Oh, and this kicks right off of him. And the runner from second is in to score. So he's able to come through here with 2 away, and that's a good time to check out our RBI leaders on the league leaderboard. And as you see there, that number has him tied for second in the AL in that category. Stepping in, Ronald Calzado. We'll see if he can come through in a clutch spot here. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 6. Here's the 2-2. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. It's a run on 2 hits here for KC. 9. Striding in for Boston, Clayton Pesky. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Looped out toward third. The second for 1. On to first. It's a double play as their woes continue. The inning is over. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. We're back to Friday night baseball on the show after this. So striding in, Rob Farr. He singled his last time up.
Rob Farr.
He's set. Here it comes. This one is launched. Look at this. On to Lansdowne and gone. So a solo shot down the line in left. Number 13 for him on the year. And the Royals have moved out to a 3-0 lead.
They still have the bottom of the 9th to try and stage a comeback, but one thing that's not coming back is this blast to extend the lead to 3. Nice knowing you've got some room for error. Yeah, that's what you want to do when you're playing on the road. Take it right to the home squad and get a win. Now the pressure is off. If they get one of the next 2, the series is theirs.
And tonight's ends as a 3-0 shutout win. Kansas City took the lead in the 4th and held on until the end. Johnny Killian earns the win, his 2nd. Carlos Rodon pitched well, allowing only 2 earned, but ends up taking the loss. Pedro Espinoza records the save, his 5th of the year. Another big crowd filing in for Saturday night baseball here at Fenway Park in Boston. Tonight, Game 2 of this 3-game weekend series between the Kansas City Royals and the Boston Red Sox. Get ready for Red Sox baseball next. Eduardo Rodriguez is on the mound for Game 2. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, you can't always judge a pitcher by the numbers. I know the ERA is into the 4s coming into this start, but he's actually a pretty solid pitcher. And every once in a while, he can throw some decent games in there. It's not easy having an ERA under 4 in baseball. He's slightly over that, but this guy's a better pitcher than that ERA indicates.
Standing in, Rob Farr. First shot for him here as he comes in currently leading the junior circuit in hitting. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Royals go down 1-2-3. Leading off the inning, Rob Farr, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. This is skied into the air to straightaway center. Sanchez has it, and it's a quick out, number 1. Coming to the plate now, Rob Farr. He flew out in his last at-bat. Now the pitch. This is line to left. And this will be taken in without much trouble. It's an easy start to the 7th. 2 gone. Now at the plate, Rob Farr. Not much in the way of productivity from him so far, but he's got a chance to come through here in a crucial spot.
Yeah, it's time now that he has to put the rest of those bats behind it because none of that matters.
Hold on now. That ball is down and could score a run. He's in there at the plate. And here in the 9th, they have taken the lead.
Boy, those have to feel really good, Dero. You get late in the game, you come up with a big RBI base hit right here to give your team the lead.
Yeah, no one remembers that ground ball with eyes in the top of the 2nd inning. You want to show up when the game is on the line. Can you quiet your emotions down, take the crowd out of it, and slow yourself down enough to come through? And that's exactly what he did.
To the right side and through, a base hit. Farr is on his way home. And he's safe at the plate as they extend their lead to 2.
Boy, that's a big RBI right there to give this team a 2-run cushion going into the late innings. And it always makes it easier on the opposing pitcher to know they have a 2-run lead.
Yeah, Leo Mazzoni.
Well, the skipper has to be pleased. They go on the road and win the first 2 of this 3-game series, playing for the sweep tomorrow.
Tonight's ball game comes to a close, 3-1 the final. Kansas City came through when it mattered in the 9th on the way to the win. Phil Maton claims the win out of the pen, his first. Pedro Espinoza earns the save out of the bullpen, his 6th. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB. Sunday afternoon baseball on the show as we welcome you inside Fenway Park in Boston. Today, the finale of this 3-game weekend series between the Kansas City Royals and the Boston Red Sox. It's Red Sox baseball on the show, and it comes your way next.
Mike Foltynewicz.
A right-hander from Illinois will be the starter here. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, Matt, this guy keeps his team in the ball game. He's won 2 of his last 3 starts, so he's been throwing the ball really well. And one of the keys for this guy is getting early outs to keep his pitch count down. If he can do that, he should be able to get into the 7th or 8th inning in this one here today.
Stepping up to the plate, Blake Swihart. He drove in his club's only run a night ago. Third. He's got it. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. A couple of walks, but no damage. We're off to the 2nd, scoreless on the show. Digging in now for Kansas City, Rob Farr. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Pitch. Hard ground ball to third. Bregman has it. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the 2nd.
So here's how the Bo Sox are positioning themselves defensively.
Striding in once again, Rob Farr. And if you didn't know, he was recently awarded the American League Player of the Month award. Chopped weakly to the left. He's got to hurry. Throw in time at first for out number 2. Ready for another chance. Rob Farr. He's got an opportunity here in a bases loaded situation and seems like the right man for the job.
I'd say so. He's the team leader in RBIs.
Oh, hang on now. This ball is crushed into left field, and this one ain't coming back. This ball is gone. So one swing, and he unloads the bases on that one. Number 14 on the season, as it's now a 6-run ball game.
Yeah, and you've got to feel really sorry for the pitcher. He was up against the ropes, bases loaded, with a power hitter at the plate. The best thing you could do in that situation is to try to keep him from making hard contact. Well, so much for that. He obviously made a mistake.
Digging in and looking for more, Rob Farr. He's already got 4 RBIs in this one. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Turned on, but that's ripped foul down the third baseline.
You can tell his eyes lit up at the plate right there. He was not able to control his emotions. Stay up the middle and keep that one fair. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Belted high in the air out to left. Pesky going back. It bangs off the billboard, and it's out of here. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. His 2nd home run of the game, as they've widened this lead to 8 now.
Well, if I was the manager, I would tell my pitchers to work around this guy. I mean, he's hit 3 home runs against them in this series. What more do they need to see? 4, 5? Jeez, enough is enough.
Digging in to try it again, Clayton Pesky. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Clayton Pesky.
There's a swing and a high pop-up. Farr is camped under this one as he tucks this one away to retire the side. So they get 3 runs on 2 base hits, with one of them being the big home run. We've played 8 full. It's the Royals 10 and the Red Sox 5. Ready to take his hacks again, Rob Farr, as he'll look to follow up the 2-run homer he launched over the wall last time up.
This guy's having a pretty good week so far in one game. His last at-bat is 2nd home run of the game. We'll see if they'll pitch him a little bit more carefully in this AB.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Now a swing and a fly ball, but this will wind up being a foul ball. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Fouled away. Two quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Now, oh my, this ball is crushed. Look at it go. Gone over the monster and out onto Lansdowne Street. So a 2-run homer down the line in left. His 3rd home run of the ball game, as this is now a 7-run ball game.
Well, in hockey, they'd call it a hat trick. Hitting 3 home runs in 1 outing is a heck of a lot harder and a lot more rare. He's having an afternoon he'll never forget. Yeah, and in this game, you always try to find a way to be hopeful. They win the first game of a new month and are now looking to keep it rolling the rest of the way.
12-5 is the final in this ball game. Kansas City led this game from the 3rd inning on and never wavered. Paul Thompson gets the win in relief, his 2nd of the year. Mike Foltynewicz allowed 7 earned runs to cross the plate in the losing effort. So that'll just about do it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com.
4 hours and 33 minutes. Our Fenway Park paid attendance this afternoon, 36,290.
from the place affectionately known as the K. We're at Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Kansas City Royals. Royals baseball starts right now. Miguel Almonte will be the starter for the Royals in this one. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, when you dive into the numbers with this guy, he's a pretty good strikeout pitcher. Just under 9 strikeouts per 9 innings pitched. So I would expect him to punch out quite a few guys in this one here today.
So next to the plate for the Royals, Rob Farr,
and he's the reigning American League Player of the Month.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hit in the air down the right field line. And foul. No outs, nobody on. Hit out towards second. And that's through for a hit.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball is going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
So here's the Royals DH, Henry Ibarra, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. And he just manages to get his hand in. The 1-2. Hard on the ground towards short. And that finds its way through for a base hit.
I don't know what side of the fence I fall on, boys. Old school, new school. I think I kind of stand right along that fence. But one thing that gets me jacked up is watching guys grind down an account and drive base hits the other way.
Former College World Series MVP Rob Refsnyder is next. Not the shiniest of batting average as he comes in hitting down in the 220s for the year. To first. Third fields it cleanly. To second for one. On to first, but not in time as he's in there ahead of the throw. Into the box now, Mark Barker, and he's got runners at the corners here with only 0-1 count, and the pitch. Bounced softly in front of the plate. Throw will be too late at first. It'll be an infield single as the run comes in. Striding into the box, Rob Farr. He reached on a single in his first try. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. High in the air out to center field.
Waiting on it is Hernandez.
And that retires the side. Royals strand a pair. They're up 2-0. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Christian Colon, as we begin the top of the fourth.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
And while we have a moment, here's a look at the Royals' Road to the Show report. 2 guys there that this organization has to be happy about right now. So that'll bring in Teoscar Hernandez. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
We're moving through the middle of this ball game right now. They want to get things going. How about trying base runners on, or at least get a base? Have any hits going into this part of the game?
And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away. Digging in once again, Rob Farr. A hit in 2 tries so far. Here's the first pitch to him. On the ground is short. This could be 2. Played on the backhand. One there on to first, but not in time as he beats it out.
They couldn't turn the inning-ending double play. They just get the force out at second, and the runner scores from third.
Ready for another shot now, Henry Ibarra. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Henry Ibarra.
And a big strikeout there as they'll leave a couple of runners on base, and after a good start to the inning, they can't capitalize any further. Some more of the ready now, Rob Farr. One in, one out, and one on here in the inning. He's ready. Here's the first offering, and it's fouled away. Hewitt stands at first with one out. This one is launched. Look at this. And out of here. And I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed. So a two-run homer down the line in left. Number 17 for him on the season as this lead swells to 7-0.
There's not a hotter hitter in all of baseball, folks. As the guy on the mound can attest, he's seeing everything they're throwing at him well right now, and he's not missing them either. Just another day at the office for these guys. That stretches their winning streak to 5, and they're playing well in all three phases of the game. Pitching, fielding, and hitting. Who knows how long this will last.
And this evening's ends at a 7-2 finish. The Royals took the lead in the second inning and rode that until the very end. Miguel Almonte earns the win, his second. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. From our partners Dan Plesac and Mark DeRosa, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a special presentation of MLB The Show. For more, follow us on Twitter at MLB The Show. Tuesday Night Baseball is on the air from Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri. Tonight, the second of 3 to start the week between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Kansas City Royals. The Royals have won 5 games in a row. They'll look for number 6 right after this. Eric Skoglund, a left-handed Floridian, will get the starting assignment. What's your take on him, Dan?
One of the things that jumps out if you look at that stat sheet, a very high whip coming into this start. One of the things he's going to have to do a much better job Keep traffic off the bases. Keep the walks down. Try to limit the amount of hits. He's had a rough go of that so far this year. Let's see if he can turn it around in this one.
Digging in, Rob Farr comes in today, leading the American League in batting for the season. First pitch on its way. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. He takes the turn and heads for second. And he's not stopping. He wants 3. The relay throw. The tag from Donaldson is too late. He's in there with a triple. So just like that, there's a runner at third with 2 away as we give you a look there at the league leaders in triples. And as you can see there, he currently leads the AL in that department. Coming to the plate now, Henry Ibarra, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. The 1-1 home. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Moving under it, Diaz, and the inning is over. No damage done after the 2-out triple. 2 complete. Still scoreless here on the show. Leading off the inning, Rob Farr, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
Nice effort by the shortstop right there. Kept it in front of him. That's all he could do right there, Dan.
You know, Dealer, in a spot like that, that's an infield single. That's a tough play. Just to knock that ball down was a pretty good job. But any way you look at it, that should be scored a base hit, and I'm sure it was.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
Well, I have to give credit to him on the mound for not letting that previous pitch get to him. He wanted it, but he didn't get the call. But I love how he didn't let it affect him, and he comes right back with another good pitch and gets the punch out.
Now a bunt attempt here. And the throw goes to first, so the sacrifice works that time. Digging in for his second at-bat, Mark Barker, runner in scoring position with 2 gone.
Barker.
Ready with the 0-2. And an off-speed pitch swung on and missed, and with that, the side is retired. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Drew Glass. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time. On the ground. To his right. On to first, and it's a quick start to the 7th as now there are 2 away. Settling in now, Rob Farr, already 2 for 2. He'll look to add on right here. First offering on its way. Soft liner towards center, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Boy, this is just a case of another really good hitter finding a way, even though that was a soft liner, finding a way to get hits.
Yeah, he usually hits rockets and catches the barrel, but even his soft liners fall. Dan, he has a knack for keeping his bat in his zone and giving himself a chance much longer than the average ball player.
Got him. And that's 8 strikeouts now for him in the ball game. Former College World Series MVP Rob Refsnyder is next. And Dan, what's the plan of attack here for the guy on the mound?
Well, I think they have to go right after him. He's pretty unlikely to take you deep, but if you allow him to get on base, the chance.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will into the box now, Rob Farr. He singled his last time up.
Rob Farr.
Here comes the first pitch. Line drive to left. But he'll hardly need to move out there in left as this is hauled in for the first out.
Yeah, if that relief performance were a car, it would have had some wobbly wheels on it. He gave up a couple of runs, but he still gets...
Just off I-70 on the east side of town, we're at Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City. Today, the third and final game in this three-game series between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Kansas City Royals. Royals big. Johnny Killian gets the ball for the Royals in this one. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, one of the keys to this guy is throwing strikes. He's not a big strikeout pitcher, only averages less than 7 strikeouts per 9 innings pitched. So he's more of a pitch-to-contact guy, and you'll know if he's...
There's a swing and a ball hit in the air, and a ball that he got every stitch of, as that one, without a doubt, is gone. So a 3-run blast is straight away left. Number 18 for him on the campaign, and the Royals have moved out to a 3-0 lead.
Two home runs in 3 days? I'd say he's seeing the ball pretty well right now. I think it's time to start pitching around this guy.
And now it'll be the cleanup spot for the Royals. Rob Farr. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here.
The last at-bat, Matty D, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and didn't miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little.
Now, meanwhile here, this ball's hit fairly well down that left field line, and it's going to stay fair. It's a home run. Solo shot down the line in left, his second of the game, as the Royals have extended their lead to 4-0.
Wow, another long ball in the early going of this one. The second one he's allowed in just 2 2/3 innings. Might want to warm up those showers. He might be hitting...
Next to bat for Toronto, Brock Diaz. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Now the pitch. Bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. On the barehanded attempt, gets by him here, and that ought to go as a bunt single. Trying to pick things up where we left off. Rob Farr. He's already got 4 RBIs in this one.
Yeah, in this last at-bat, he hit a changeup out for a home run. So it'll be interesting this AB to see if they give him a steady diet of fastballs.
Diaz is in pursuit, but he won't have a play. This is down and into the gap. And he's going to score with ease as the throw will be too late.
Wow, you think they'd learned their lesson and would pitch around this guy. That's his 3rd extra base hit of the game. This one a triple, and he can seemingly do nothing wrong.
And now here's the versatile outfielder, Albert Almora Jr. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. 0-1, here's the pitch. Grounded to third. And not too shabby out of the pen. Takes just 2 pitches to get the ground ball, and that ends the inning. So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and a runner left. We're through 5 here at the ballpark. The Royals are on top, 5-1. Rob Farr will stand in again as we flash you back to the early stages of this ball game. There were fans still finding their seats as he launched his 2nd home run of the game, as he was off to a fast start indeed. First offering on its way. Oh, and he gets a hold of this one as it's in the air to deep left. Does he have another one? He does. It's another home run. A solo shot here to left. His 3rd home run of the ball game, as this is now a 7-run ball game.
Talk about having a day. 3 home runs in 1 game. We've heard about the hat trick in hockey, but it's awfully hard to do that in a baseball game.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Rob Farr. And this is just the eye test talking here, but this reliever looks fatigued to me. Doesn't seem like his stuff is really effective right now.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that, Matty. He's allowed a couple of runners to reach here in the inning, and the command just doesn't seem to be there anymore. I got to think they're going to turn to a bullpen option very soon, if not right away.
That ball's foul.
Swing, and there it goes. Deep to left. No chance at bringing this one back. Over the bullpen and gone. So a 3-run blast to straightaway left. His 4th in the ballgame as the blowout continues.
Well, there are good days, and then there are great days. When you hit 4 home runs in a game, I think you can say that's a great game. This has been incredible to watch. Wasn't exactly a nail-biter, but it's always nice when you can get an offensive explosion like that and save your closer for another day. A comfortable victory.
11-1 at the end of this one. Kansas City sent 5 balls over the wall to come out on top in this one. Johnny Killian wins his 3rd of the season. So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head over to theshownation.com.
Our final line score this afternoon, first was the victorious Kansas City Royals. 11 runs on 14 hits. 1 error.
Thursday night baseball now on the show as we come to you from Target Field here in the Twin Cities. Tonight, the first of this 4-game weekend set between the Kansas City Royals and the Minnesota Twins. Two of the game's best bats slug it out. Back in just a moment. Michael Pineda, a right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, you take a look at that ERA, and it's a little bloated right now. This guy's a better pitcher than that, but he hasn't been real consistent. One good game, one bad game. I think what he needs to do, if he can string together 3 or 4 good quality games in a row, that ERA will start creeping back down. He definitely needs to start pitching a lot better than he has up to this point, and it'll be interesting to see if he can turn it around in this one.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he takes a big swing at that one as this one's lifted high in the air and deep out to left field. And this one is gone. A home run. A solo shot here to left, number 22 on the year, and the Royals are on the board first. It's 1-0.
Well, if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be deciding.
Set to get his evening at the plate started, Brian Dozier, batting just a notch below 300 so far on the season. A swing and a ground ball to third. Throw to first is in time for the first down.
Hey, guys, take a look at how Kansas City sets up on D. And can we please focus on Francisco Lindor, one of my favorite players in the game? Let's check a few boxes. Charisma, check. Switch hitter, check. Cannon for an arm, check. Hit for power, check. Enough said.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Rob Farr. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile. But, hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
1 run, just 1 hit, and no errors so far for the Royals. Line drive to left. Oh, and this deflects right off him. And they're going to hold him to a single here as they do a nice job of getting it back in quickly. Digging in, Albert Almora. He popped out in his first trip.
Albert Almora.
Liner towards second, but right there is the second baseman, and that will retire the side. 1 left for Kansas City. On to the bottom of the 4th, tied 1-1. Ready once again, Rob Farr. And guys, 7th inning already. Hey, I'm not complaining, but this one's been flying by.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, Matt. That's what you get when both starting pitchers have it working. Neither of them have been nibbling around the strike zone at all, and they've trusted their defense to make the plays, and they've done just that.
Yeah, and it's resulted in a game that could really go. Meanwhile here, this ball's given a pretty good ride out to deep left field, and that is going to clear the wall. A home run. A solo shot here to left, his second home run of the game, and the Royals have taken the lead. It's 2-1.
You can call it unfair or just the breaks of the game, but up until this pitch, which was a big mistake, he was throwing a gem. Now he looks up at the scoreboard and he's trailing. That's demoralizing, but he's got to forget about it.
Kicking off the top of the 9th, Rob Farr as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning.
This guy's having a pretty good week so far in one game. His last at bat, his second home run of the game. We'll see if they'll pitch him a little bit more carefully in this AB.
Kessler is there, one quick out to start inning number 9. Well, the lineup was clicking for him in this contest, and the man you see there was a major contributor. For that, he's the top player of the game. Friday night baseball from the Twin Cities. Target Field in downtown Minneapolis. Tonight, Game 2 of this 4-game weekend set between the Kansas City Royals and the Minnesota Twins. It's time for Twins baseball. Next. Adalberto Mejia, the Dominican left-hander, will get the nod to start here. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, Matty, we're getting a chance to look at a guy that's really struggled lately. ERA over 9 in his last 3 starts, and he has to do a lot better. This guy isn't that bad of a pitcher, but one of the keys, he needs to start limiting the number of hits and to limit the number of base on balls. It'll be interesting to see if he can turn things around in this one here today.
Hit high and deep out to straightaway left. Kessler ranging back. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. 24 home runs for him on the season. And the Royals have moved out to a 3-0 lead.
Well, it's obvious they didn't change their scouting report after yesterday's game. He had 2 bombs yesterday and another one today. Hey, this pace can't continue, but he's going to ride this wave as long as he can.
Now at the plate, Rob Farr.
And if you didn't know, he was recently awarded the American League Player of the Month award.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Lofted in the air out toward right center.
Waiting on it is Henniger.
And that retires the side. Royals leave 1, but they're on. Here's Brian Dozier now. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. 2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. A bouncer to the left side, scooped up, and he'll just step on third, and the inning is over. So 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. The next Twin up, Elmer Zavala, comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Down the third baseline. That's through for a base hit, and he's 1 for 2 now.
Hey, that's a nice job by the batter right there. Left-handed batter going down the third baseline. You don't see that happen too often.
So striding forward now, Rob Farr. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Down the third baseline.
Well, that was a big two-out single we just saw, and for pretty obvious reasons. The inning went from totally under control to now. He's got to deal with some dangerous hitters here with a runner on base, and this is how two-out rallies start.
And that's in there, base hit.
Dan, this guy's on fire. I used to say all the time, it's about 150 ABs to 200 ABs where you start figuring out what type of season you're going to have. He's obviously in May, and he's on fire.
D-Row, he's been locked in from day one of this season. It's continuing right now. Anything that is around the strike zone, he feels he can get the barrel to it, and he continues to hit line drives.
Henry Ibarra.
The 2-2. Chopped weakly to the left. And, oh, the throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and he'll reach it first.
And that's what speed does for you. He made the play, but in the back of his mind, he knew he was dealing with the speedster, so he rushed the throw, and he had more time than he thought, too.
So stepping in, Raimel Tapia, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. And he comes back to get him. So a great job pitching out of it with the bases loaded. Digging in, Brian Dozier. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. 2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Turned on down the line. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. So they go quietly here in this half inning. 5 innings complete. Minnesota. Rob Farr will stand in here, but before he does, let's take you back to the very first inning. This was a 2-run home run right out of the gate that really got these guys off to a fast start. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch sent in the air out to straightaway central. Zavala on the move. He gets there to make the play, and that ends the. Stepping up to the plate, Rob Farr. He went deep earlier, and he's 2 for 4 to this point. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Here's a high pop-up. Under this is Flores, and Wilmer's got it for the first. 14-7, the final tally here. The Twins jumped ahead in the 7th inning and never gave the lead back. Alan Buznitz gets the win in.
A player is encouraged to keep developing his complementary skills.
Outdoor baseball now from the Warehouse District and Target Field here in downtown Minneapolis. Today, Game 3 of this 4-game series between the Kansas City Royals and the Minnesota Twins. Major League Baseball on the show is next. Felix Jorge gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, man, we're getting a look at a guy that's really been struggling lately. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of over 1.50. Lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of walks, and that doesn't add up to very good performances. So he's going to look to turn things around in this one here today.
Hey, this game's starting off exactly the way they want it to. Lead-off single in the bottom of the first after their...
Coming to the plate now, Farr, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Hewitt rounds third and is digging for the plate. And a relay to the plate. And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate.
Well, the beat goes on with this guy. Runner in scoring position. No doubt when he comes up, he's thinking RBI. What does he do? Double the drive and another run. This guy is a money run producer.
To the plate now is the designated hitter, Henry Ibarra, as you get a look at his current righty-lefty splits entering play in this one. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are two gone.
Wow, that's awfully impressive right there. The pitch before was really close. Called the ball. What does he do? He comes back with a better pitch and gets the punch out.
Pulls this one in the air out to left. Polanco over to his right, and that retires the side. Royals settle for just the one. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. It's the Twins 3. Now it'll be the Minnesota DH, Travis Leroy. He reached on a single in his first try.
Travis Leroy.
Line drive, base hit.
Hey, they weren't going to keep this guy down for long. That's the ebbs and flows of a baseball season. Bottom line is...
Into the box, Farr. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a liner. And that's in for a base hit, his second in as many trips to the plate. And he is in there.
And he just blasts this thing down the left field line. I thought it might bend foul, but it lands just inside the chalk, and he's able to leg it out for a double. Good looking swing.
Next will be the designated hitter, Henry Ibarra. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Heading out towards shallow right. Waiting on it is Henniger. He makes the catch. Here comes the runner from third. And he will score on the sacrifice fly. Digging in to try it again, Rob Refsnyder, runner in scoring position with two gone. Now a bunt attempt here. Throw to first in time, and you got to question that decision as this side. Digging in and looking through. We'll look to add on right here. Here comes the first pitch. Grounder down the line at third. The second, but they throw it away. And they won't get him as he's able to advance from first to third on what would certainly be scored a throwing error.
Well, that's always the danger when you've got a lead that's this big. You know there's not a lot of doubt about the outcome of the game, so you lose focus a little bit in the field. And sometimes as a player, you try to trick yourself into playing like it's a close game so you stay sharp.
Striding in once again, Henry Ibarra earned himself an RBI with a sac fly his last time at the plate. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Waiting on it is Henniger. He gets there to make the catch, but this should bring home a run as the runner tags from third. And the throw in gets away from him. Digging in now for Kansas City, Rob Refsnyder, 0 for 2 on his line thus far. And he missed with it there. Ball 4. It's a 2-out walk with the runner still at third. Ready for another chance, Mark Barker. And after that quick walk, is it fair to wonder if this starter is beginning to show signs of getting tired?
Yeah, that could be the case, Matty. Sometimes you just lose your focus, lose your command, but it'll be real important for him to get it back as this next hitter walks up to the plate.
A dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield. The runner from third comes across to score as they try and chip away at their deficit. It's now an 8-4 ball game.
It's a grinder, AB. 3-2 changeup, and he's able to stay back and drive it for a base hit. Sometimes you just got to tip your hat.
Ready once again, Rob Farr. He reached base on an error and later came around to score last time up. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hit hard to third. Throw gets him. 2 down. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Billy Burns. It's been a 2-for-4 effort for him so far in the ballgame. 0-1 count and the pitch. Hot shot to third. Farr comes up with. And a good throw gets him. 1 gone. Digging in once again, Rob Farr.
And he's the reigning American League Player of the Month.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swinging a ball hit high in the air, deep down the left field line. This has plenty of carry. And that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run. So a 2-run homer down the line in left. Number 25 for him on the year, as this lead has been sliced down to 2.
Wow, that was a fun one to watch. A great game for guys with the sticks, but for pitchers, not so much. A classic slugfest, and they walk away on top in the end.
Afternoon baseball on MLB Network from Target Field in downtown Minneapolis. Today we wrap up this 4-game weekend series between the Kansas City Royals and the Minnesota Twins. 2 great hitters lead their teams to battle next on MLB Network. Aaron Slegers, the right-hander from Arizona, will be doing the pitching. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, you take a look at that ERA. That's a little bloated right now. This guy's a better pitcher than that, but he hasn't been real consistent. 1 good game, 1 bad game. I think what he needs to do, if he can string together 3 or 4 good quality games in a row, that ERA will start creeping back down. He definitely needs to start pitching a lot better than he has up to this point, and it'll be interesting to see if he can turn it around in this one.
Hey, guys, let's take a look at the Twins on defense. And, guys, I want you to think back to our pregame meeting with the manager before this one. The one thing he kept preaching to us is that they got to play better defense. Coming off last game, They made 3.
Now at the plate, Farr Polanco. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Soft liner to the left side. That's his first base hit, making 1 for 2 now.
Hey, after that base knock right there.
Ready for another shot now. Rob Farr. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Now a ball lined toward the alley in left center. Kessler arranged to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the first down. At the plate, Rob Farr. He's hitless coming into this at-bat, so the hit streak he's been riding is on the line here.
Yeah, he's up in the double digits with it. You know, he wants to keep it going as long as possible, but this very well could be the last chance to do that.
Hey, hats off to the pitching staff right here. They've been able to hold a hot hitter in check in Game 4 of this series.
And he connects with it. This one's hit deep out to left center field. Gone! So a 2-run shot to left center, number 26 for him on the season, as they stretch the lead to 5-1.
Boy, this guy's hot right now. Hit a bomb yesterday and hit another tape measure shot today. When he gets hot, he hits them in bunches. This could be the beginning of one of those extended hot streaks. Hey, it's hard to win games at any point, but to win games on the road, especially in this ballpark, so they are very happy with this win.
8-2 is how this one ends today. The Kansas City Royals jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Welcome to Houston as we prepare you for baseball from Minute Maid Park. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the Kansas City Royals and the Houston Astros. A big-time arm and a power bat. Should be fun. First pitch is next. Arlene Garcia will be on the mound for the Stros. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, this guy's had a real solid season up to this point. ERA under 3.5, which is saying something in these high-scoring games we see now in the game of baseball. This guy knows how to pitch, and if he's on, he knows how to minimize the damage. He'll be fun to watch in this one.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. That gets down as 1 run is in.
Boy, talking about having ducks on the pond right there, D-Rose.
I know everybody wants to hit a home run. Those are the ones you remember. But without question, Dan, 2 out, 2 RBI knocks with runners in scoring position right there. You remember these knocks.
So next to the plate for the Royals, Ronald Calzado. He'll get to take his first cuts here. The 1-2. This is popped up. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. So 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a man left on. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. KC leads this one 3-0. At the plate, Vaughn Sherman. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
First baseman. Von Sherman.
Forge to third. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. And the recovery's a quick one as he gets his man at first. Good composure that time to record the first out of the inning. Time now for a quick look at the hometown Astros starting lineup. Danny, who stands out to you?
Well, Matty, how about Andrew Benintendi? He's averaging over an RBI game over his last 10. And I'll tell you what, that's being a total difference maker. It seems like every time he has a runner on base, he's relaxed. He understands what he's trying to do.
Striding in for Houston, Tim Beckham, hitless in 4 tries in the ball game yesterday.
Tim Beckham.
To third, 5, 4, 3, but it's not in time, and the inning will continue. So digging in now, Rob Farr coming off the clutch 2-run single his last time up. First delivery to him on the way. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. In to score the runner from third. The relay, and he is in there with an RBI triple.
That triple just seems to be par for the course for him of late.
Yeah, Matty, he's seeing the ball extremely well. There's no doubt about that. You can see here that the body is calm. He keeps his hands back, and he just explodes through the baseball, winding up at third with another RBI under his belt.
Stepping into the box, Ronald Calzado.
Fielder number 2, Ronald Calzado.
The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him.
Really impressive pitching right there. Sometimes as a pitcher you can get frustrated when you make a good pitch and you don't get that call from the umpire. But what does he do? He comes back with a good pitch and gets the strike.
So coming to the plate, Rob Refsnyder. He singled his last time up.
Rob Refsnyder.
Look out as this bat shatters on impact. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Royals settle for just the 1. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. Trying to pick things up where we left off. Rob Farr already 2 for 2. He'll look to add on right here. From the belt, kicks and deals. Skied into straightaway right. Alfonso sprinting after it, and that's the second out of the inning. Here's Jake Marisnick, 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game.
Hitter, Jake Marisnick.
Popped high in the air. Farr is right there, and he will put it away to retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Astros. The lead remains 5. It's 6-1. In now, Rob Farr. He flew out in his last at bat.
Rob Farr.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hit on the ground out to short. And a good effort on the dive that time, but this will get by him for a base hit.
This guy came into today absolutely on fire, and nothing has changed. He looks seriously hitterish at the dish right now. That's his 3rd knock of the game.
Digging in now, Ronald Calzado. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. 1-1. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Calling for it, Alfonso. 2 down. Now to the plate, Rob Refsnyder. He was a ground out victim last time up. And he'll snap one over to first. And he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. 6 runs, 13 hits, and no errors so far for the Royals. And they pitch out here, but nothing's happening. Ball 2. The 2-1 is taken. Ball 3. John Imro would be next if they can keep this inning alive. Now a snap move over to first. And a dive, but he's back. The 3-1 pitch. Hard hit ball to second. Fielded cleanly. They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. One left for Kansas. Standing in, Rob Farr. He'll look to keep it going. 3 for 4 so far in the ball game. First pitch of the at-bat. Swing and a little tapper. That's a foul ball. Line to left. In there, a base hit.
No mistake what he was sitting on, looking for a dead red piece of cheese middle of the plate, and he didn't miss it.
Now batting, Ronald Calzado. Almora at second. Farr at first. One gone. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Benintendi ranging back into the Crawford boxes and gone. So a 3-run shot to left center. Home run number 2 for him on the year as they've widened this lead to 8 now.
Three and one with 2 on base is a tough spot for any pitcher. He didn't want to load the bases with a walk, and the hitter knew that more than anybody else. Well, he gave him something he could handle, and the next thing he knew, his opponent was circling the bases. It seemed like everyone had a hand in this win, and that's usually the case when you win a game by 8 runs. Feels good to dominate a game like that.
9-1 is the way this one ends. Tuesday night baseball now from the home of the Astros, Minute Maid Park in Houston. Tonight, the second of 3 to start the week between the Kansas City Royals and the Houston Astros. Going to be an interesting contrast in styles in this one as one of baseball's hardest throwers goes head-to-head with a top finesse arm. Next, Matt Moore, a left-handed Floridian, will get the starting assignment. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, this guy's had a really solid season, and what shows me that more than anything, solid 3-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio, and if he continues to do that, he'll pitch really well in this one.
Now a ball lined toward the gap in left center. That gets down, and the inning continues.
He wasn't letting that one go. Jumped on the first pitch right there and drove it into the outfield for a base hit.
Stepping into the box, Ronald Calzado, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. hit to first. He's got it, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Digging in for his second at-bat, Rob Farr, and their runners at the corners now. He's ready. Here's the first offering. To short, hit hard, scooped up, and the two-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is. Digging in, Rob Farr.
Third baseman, Rob Farr.
Here's the first pitch to him. High fly ball out to straightaway center. There to play it is Springer, and that's out number 2.
Wow, not only are complete games rare in this day and age of Major League Baseball, but a complete
Afternoon baseball now from the Juice Box, Minute Maid Park in Houston. Today, the third and final game in this 3-game series between the Kansas City Royals and the Houston Astros. These two should provide some big-time fireworks. First pitch is coming up. David Paulino will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, you take a look at this guy's ERA. Any ERA under 4 is pretty good in this day and age of baseball when we have all these high-scoring, high-flying affairs. This guy knows how to pitch. He knows how to control the running game. And most importantly, he's not afraid to throw strikes. We'll see how he does in this one.
Oh, and here's a fastball right down the middle of the plate that swung on and hit out to deep left field. And this one's not coming back. This is a long home run. Rob Farr has just clubbed a milestone home run of sorts. It's the 100th of his career.
Well, obviously, it's not easy hitting home runs, Matt, especially at this level. 100 home runs is nothing to scoff at, so I'm sure he'll be proud of this accomplishment when he gets to really think about it after a game, and you know he'll want that ball to hold on to.
Leading off the inning, Jake Marisnick, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. On the ground to third, Farr. And the throw to first is in time, 1 gone. So with 1 gone in the inning, time for a check of the American League Central standings as you see where the Royals sit entering play today. Coming to the plate now, Rob Farr. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here.
And that last at-bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter, so I might want to move that ball up.
There's a swing and a high drive into left center field, but that'll ricochet off the facade out there in left center. Around second now and headed for third. The relay throw, and it's in time as he's out at third as the good relay gets him. Rob Farr will stand in again as we take you back to earlier in the ball game. This one swing here has been the entire offense to this point, as this home run accounted for the only run they've tallied so far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Line drive to left, but pretty much right at the left fielder as he takes it in for the second out.
Well, this one was squared up pretty good.
Stepping up now, Farr. He's 2 for 3 with a home run and a double. First pitch of the at-bat. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Springer on the run, and the inning is over. Up with 2 in the...
Anytime you can win a game, let alone on the road, you have to feel really good about yourself. It's not easy going into that other team's ballpark.
Friday night baseball from the Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City. Tonight, the first of this 3-game weekend series between the Texas Rangers and the Kansas City Royals. Royals baseball comes your way next. Miguel Almonte, a right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. What's your take on him, Dan?
One of the things that jumps out if you look at that stat sheet, a very high whip coming into this start. One of the things he's going to have to do a much better job, keep traffic off the bases, keep the walks down, try to limit the amount of...
1 run is scored. The runner from second crosses the plate. It's a 2-0 ball game.
Well, we all know that errors happen, but not all errors are equal. That one was especially costly. As 2 runners cross the plate, those are game changers, no doubt about it.
So striding forward now, Ronald Calzado. And a great chance here for Kansas City, but he's back in easily. Runners at the corners, 2 men out. He's running. Pitches a cold strike. The throw. Not in time. He's in there at second.
That's pretty savvy base running, right? A lot of pitchers don't throw over twice in a row, so I think he was going on first movement, and it worked out nicely.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Weak roller right side. To his right, Gallo. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Striding into the box, Austin Hayes.
Center fielder, Austin Hayes.
He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Hit down the third base line. There's one, but they won't get two as he beats the relay to first. Stepping in, Matt Duffy, runner in scoring position with two gone.
Matt Duffy.
The 1-2. On the ground to third. Farr ranges. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, one man left on. On now to the bottom of the second. Coming to the plate now, Rob Farr, and he's looking to add on to his 2 RBI game from earlier. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Back up the middle. Fielded cleanly. A step on the bag for one. On to first, and they turn the double play. At the plate, Rob Farr has got an RBI despite an 0-for-2 effort to this point. He's ready. Here's the first offering. A swing and a ground ball to third. A dive, but it's off his glove. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him.
You know, D-Roll, that's not a bad way to keep it going. A base hit right there. Hitting streak, 15 games and counting.
Yeah, we're halfway through a calendar month, and he looks up and he's had a knock. You can't get caught up in it. You have to trust the process. Keep doing what got you to this point. Staying focused, not trying to do too much, staying within your plan, and studying the opposing pitcher.
And that pitch misses for ball 4. So some intrigue now as the bases are loaded here with 2 away.
That's a big no-no. He obviously had to work carefully with 2 men on, but he did not want to walk him to load the bases. Now he's really got his work cut out for him. We'll see how he fares here.
Now batting.
Former College World Series MVP Rob Refsnyder is next. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Popped up. Duffy is there for it. And they'll avoid the big inning as he makes the catch, so just the one will settle for. In now the power-hitting outfielder Nomar Mazara. 1 for 2 with a base hit back in the first inning of play. The 1-1. Slapped hard the opposite way, and that'll get down for a base hit.
Dan, this guy's on fire. I used to say all the time it's about 100.
So a pivotal moment here, and digging in now, Willie Calhoun. But a single here could reduce the deficit to only 1. Here now the 2-2. Hot shot down the line. And that is a fair ball as this one's heading for the left field corner. And the run is in to score from second. Settling in now, Rob Farr.
Third baseman, Rob.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Now that ball's hit well deep down the left field line, headed toward the foul pole. And a big sigh of relief on the mound as that nearly tied it, but this ball is foul. Grounded to third. And this is going to find its way into left for a 1-out knock.
Hey, pitchers, you better start taking notice of this guy. He better be circled on that lineup part because he's on fire. That's his second hit of the ball game right there, and I don't see him stopping.
So stepping in, Ronald Calzado. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game. Quick check on that tying run at first. And a dive, but he's back in there. There he goes. Pitch inside. The throw is not in time. Pretty close, but he got in there safely.
90 feet is a big deal when you're talking about a 1-run game, so that's a little risky. But hey, sometimes you have to be aggressive and force the other team to stop you.
Farr leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. Popped up. Odor has a play, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Digging in to try it again, Rob Refsnyder, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. And that's outside. He lost him, ball 4. Digging in and looking for more, John Imro. 2 outs and 2 runners aboard here in the 7th inning. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 men left on. 8th inning coming up. It's the Rangers. Digging in once again, Rob Farr. On the night, he's 2 for 4 with a pair of singles. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Now a line drive to left center field, and it's going to get down for a base hit.
In to score the runner from third, and that moves the lead to 2 here in the 8th.
Dan, that's a huge insurance run right there. Has to feel good as a hitter right there to not only get a ribby knock, but to give your team a little bit of breathing room.
It does, and it makes your pitcher go out there with a little bit more free and easy frame of mind instead of going in a one-run game where every pitch is so important. You're 1 pitch away from a solo, tying the game up. That's not the case now.
The 1-1 home. Popped him up. Andujar in foul ground. And he makes the catch for the 2nd out. Former College World Series MVP Rob Refsnyder is next. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. And he strikes him out here, so he's able to stop the bleeding a bit as this side is retired. A great shot there. Every game has its offensive stars, and in this one, he arguably shined the brightest. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he was a big factor in this one, guys. He swung himself into a 3-hit ball game, so he was seeing the ball really well and put some good swings on it, too.
A close one, 9-8 at the end of the game in this one. Kansas City came through when it mattered in the 9th on the way to the win. Pedro Espinoza gets the win in relief, his 2nd of the year. So that's a wrap for us here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. And for more, click over to theshownation.com.
First for the victorious Kansas City Royals. 9 runs on 19 hits. 1 error and 13 runners left on base. For the Rangers, 8 runs on 13 hits. 1 error. They're left.
We've got baseball from the home of the 2015 World Champs, Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City. Today, it's the 2nd of this 3-game series between the Texas Rangers and the Kansas City Royals. 2 of the best bats in the business go at it next on the show. Eric Skoglund, a left-handed Floridian, will get the starting assignment. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, you can't always judge a pitcher by the numbers. I know the ERA is into the 4s coming into this start, but he's actually a solid pitcher. And every once in a while, he can throw some in there. It's not easy having an ERA under 4 in baseball. He's slightly over that, but this guy's a better pitcher than that ERA indicates.
A chance now to look at the batting order for the visiting Rangers. Dan, who do we keep an eye on?
You know, this team has to be hoping Matt Duffy gets it going really soon. He had only 2 home runs last month, which is not good for a guy that hits in the middle of the order. They're going to need a lot more production, a lot more power from him moving forward.
Digging in now for Kansas City, Rob Farr. RBI opportunity for him here, and he's the guy you want at the plate as he currently leads the American League in runs driven in. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And this ball's pretty well struck high and deep to left field. And it's gone. So a 3-run 3-run blast to straightaway left, number 28 on the season, as the Royals have extended their lead to 4-0.
Yeah, these guys came into this game with a plan, and they've executed it really well at the dish. They've been very aggressive, and that aggressiveness has put them up by 4 early on. What a great start.
So next to the plate for Texas, Mark Zagunis. First at bat for him in this one. He was 1 for 4 with a double in the ball game last night.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
Trying to pick things up where we left off, Rob Farr. He went deep in his first at bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here. This is line to left, and that'll get by and on through towards the wall. And the Royals are going to get a man into scoring position right away on the leadoff double. So he's into second on the 2-base hit here to lead off the home fourth as he moves into double digits now as we check out the team leaderboard. That is 10 for him here on the campaign. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Henry Ibarra. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. The 2-2. Hard hit ball to second. And that'll get on through into right field for a base hit. Tag is there by Sanchez, and he is out at the plate. Up next for the Rangers, Willie Calhoun. He scored after reaching on a single in his last time up. 2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Hit on the ground to third. On to first as they get the double play to get Rob Farr will stand in, and as he does, we'll flash you back to the first inning of the ball game. A 3-run shot had him off and running right out of the gate. Hit on the ground to short. Scooped up on the backhand. Throw not in time, and he's in there with his 3rd hit of the afternoon.
Dan, with that single, he's now 3/4 of the way to hitting for the cycle. Toughest one still on the shelf, though. He's got to get a triple.
Yeah, that's, you said it, D-Row. That's one of those that's either got to hit right down the line or one of those tweeners in the gap. He has enough speed, so if he can find a gap or find one down the line, maybe he can do it, and he's going to at least get one more at bat in this one.
A pitch out. The throw. And they'll nail him at second on a brilliant call. Ready for another chance, Rob Farr. And it looks like this could be a critical at-bat in this one.
Well, a glance at my scorebook shows they haven't been able to get him out yet, so this could be a fun at-bat to watch.
Here's a line drive, and this game may not stay tied for long. That's down for extra bases. And the runner will score from second. Now the relay home. And not in time as the second run scores.
Well, that's a huge base hit right there, dear. Well, we're getting late into this one, and that gives them the lead by 2.
Yeah, that could be a backbreaker right there. We'll see how this one ends up, but nice job to get that knock right there to drive in a pair.
Designated hitter, Henry Ibarra.
Hit hard on the ground to second. Throw on to first, and an important pitch there as they get out of the inning before things explode. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. 9th inning coming up. The Royals lead it.
Well, maybe a little bit of a problem is that they had to wind up going to that bullpen quite a bit. 5 pitchers are going to combine to finish this one to get the win.
And this afternoon's closes at a 1-run game, 7-6 today. Kansas City put up a 4 spot in the opening frame on the way to victory. Kevin McCarthy claims the win out of the pen, his first. Pedro Espinoza closes the door for the save, his 8th of the season. So that's it for us this afternoon. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, log on to theshownation.com.
7 runs on 13 hits. With 1 error, they left 5 men on base.
Afternoon baseball now on a fine Sunday from Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City. Today, the finale of this three-game weekend series between the Texas Rangers and the Kansas City Royals. These two should provide some big-time fireworks. First pitch is coming up. Johnny Killian starts the game on the mound for the third and final game of the series. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, this guy pitched really well in his last outing, only allowing one run. If he brings that kind of stuff to the ballpark, he has a chance to pitch another gem in this one.
So next to the plate for the Royals, Rob Farr. First shot for him here as he comes in currently leading the junior circuit in hitting. First pitch on its way. Ground ball foul down the left side. Fellas, this Rangers ball club as they begin play. They've been on the skids recently, losers in 7 of their last 9 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, the way this team has been playing, to put that 4 spot up in the top of the first inning, that is a godsend right now. They need this pitcher to go out, execute, throw a donut up so they can get back in and start swinging the bats again.
And you see on the graphic right there that his hitting streak will indeed live on as he just continues to hit the ball well. Next will be the designated hitter, Henry Ibarra, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. The 1-1. And there he goes towards second. In there. Now the throw is there, and he's out trying to take second. Digging in for his second at-bat, Miguel Andujar, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Ground ball to third. Farr left on to first, and there were 2 down. Striding in once again, Rob Farr. He reached on a single in his first try. First pitch coming. Here it is. Hit sharply on the ground to the left. And that's a base hit. So a little first pitch swinging there as he's on to kick off the inning. Already 2 hits in the ball game as he's on base here in the home third. And his total currently best on the ball club through these first 6 or so weeks of the young season. So here's the Royals DH, Henry Ibarra. He singled his last time up. Ready with the 0-2. Hit on the ground to third. That's through for a base hit, his second of the ball game.
Slide, 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 slide.
And he's going to get to second now with nobody out. Now batting, Rob Refsnyder. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. Set to deliver the 0-1. Hit softly on the ground to first. And he'll step on first himself for the out.
Well, that's a quality at bat right there. Brings home the run with a ground ball, but also moves the other guy over to third base. Good job of keeping.
Here's Joey Gallo now, 0 for 1 after he took a look at strike 3 in his first plate appearance.
Gallo.
1-1-1.
A bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. Throw will not be in time as a perfect bunt there nets him a base runner to lead off the inning. Coming to the plate now, Rougned Odor. He drew a walk his first time up. 2 out, nobody on. Bouncer to the left side. And he'll go to second here. Oh, he may have been a little disoriented there or something. That's going to allow his man to... Now at the plate, Rob Farr. Couple of singles to his credit thus far. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Farr going back, and they'll chase this one down now out near the 387 sign. And he'll get in there safely. So just like that, he's at third here with 1 away as we show you the league leaders in 3 base hits. And you can see that he's had it working here in the first 2 months of the year, currently leading the AL in that category. Striding forward now is the DH, Henry Ibarra. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
Loves hitting left-handed off of right-handed pitchers, hitting over 300 against right-handed pitching.
Mazzara is there. Let's see if they test it. Throw not in time as he beats the tag from Sanchez. Safe. Ready for another shot now. Rob Farr. He's looking to go 4 for 4 with a base hit right here. First offering on its way. A swing and a shot hit down the corner.
Look, pick it up.
And it's a foul ball.
Good chance he's not seeing that pitch again. If he does, it's got to be bounced. But I'll tell you, from a pitcher's perspective, that's nothing but a long strike.
Swing, line drive. That's going to be troubled. And not in time as the run scores. And he'll get there without a play. It's a stand-up triple.
Wow, he's getting his daily conditioning in during the game. That's his second triple, so obviously he's seeing the ball great, and he's showing he knows how to motor around the bases just fine.
Digging in the switch hitter, Henry Ibarra earned himself an RBI with a sac fly his last time at the plate. And a fastball blew it right by him, and they're 2 down.
Well, I have to give credit to him on the mound for not letting that previous pitch get to him. He wanted it, but he didn't get the call. But I love how he didn't let it affect him, and he comes right back with another good pitch and gets the punch out.
Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Andujar waits on it, and the inning is over.
Well, the tone was set for this game from the very first inning. They came out absolutely banging the ball around. It took that great start to another notch.
From America's heartland, we've got nighttime baseball from Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the Detroit Tigers and the Kansas City Royals. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Andreas Pineda gets the call for Game 1 of the series. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, Matt, we're getting a look at a guy that's really dependable. Last 3 starts, ERA just under 3.00, and that's some pretty good pitching. Minimizes the amount of walks, keeps his hits down, and if he can do more of the same of that, he should have some pretty good fortune in this one here today.
Sometimes you need a little luck. Sometimes you need to get a ground ball with eyes, and that's exactly what happened right there.
So coming to the plate, Henry Ibarra. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Henry Ibarra.
Now a throw over to and a good at-bat that time as he lays off for ball 4. And as a result, that'll move a runner up into scoring position now with 2 away.
Oh, man, I think this walk is going to grind at him for a bit. He just missed, and now the inning continues with a man in scoring position.
Former College World Series MVP Rob Refsnyder is next. Twos all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course here in inning number 2. And he misses with it for ball 4, so the bases will be loaded now with 2 away.
We knew coming into this game that this guy has a tendency to give up a lot of free passes, and history repeats itself as he's already given up 2 walks here. I'll tell you, effectively wild is a pretty tough thing to beat.
The 1-1 home. Push to the right side. He lays out, but he can't make the play, and it's through into right. And not in time as the run scores. A tag, and they get him at the plate as 1 run scores, but not the second. It's a run on 2 hits here for KC. Settling in now, Rob Farr. He reached on a single in his first try. First pitch of the at-bat. Hit hard to third. Throws in time, and that's out number 1. Ready once again, Rob Farr. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. First offering on its way. Fly ball out to right field. Harper has a read on it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Here's the shortstop now, Jose Iglesias. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time. Going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin. Next up for Detroit, Nicholas Castellanos. He flew out in his last at-bat. Smoked on the ground, left side. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Tigers. They lead it 5-4. Into the box, Rob Farr, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Hit on the ground out to short. Iglesias on the slide. It's in time. Several good offensive performances in this one, but none better than the one turned in by the guy you see right there. He's our top. Tuesday Night Baseball is on the air from Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri. Tonight, the second of 3 to start the week between the Detroit Tigers and the Kansas City Royals. The Royals have now won 5 consecutive games. They'll aim to continue their winning streak next. Andres Machado will be on the bump for Game 2 of the series. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, this guy's last 3 starts haven't been that bad, but he's picked up a no decision in all 3. I'm sure he'd like to pick up the W in this one here today.
A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance, and he will run this one down, moving to his right, and that's the first out of the inning.
Time for a look at the Tigers on D. And let's focus our attention on one of the most dynamic defenders in our sport, and that's shortstop Jose Iglesias. I want to tell one of our camera guys,
and now it'll be the cleanup spot for the Royals. Rob Farr. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat. On the ground to the left side. Backhanded. Throw to first will get him. Already 2 away here in the home fourth. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Rob Farr. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Hit hard up the middle. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score. Striding in, Carlton McKenzie. He got called out on strikes his last time through. Attempt here. Farr, bare hand. Throw to first will get him as they pounce on it quickly to snuff out the bunt attempt. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Rob Farr. 4th trip to the plate for him, and he's at risk of ending that nice hitting streak that he's put together.
Yeah, chances are it's on his mind, Matt, but you just have to let that get out of the way as best you can.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to... Back now from Kansas City. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Ken Moses. And Dan, what's the plan of attack here for the guy on the mound?
Well, I think they have to go right after him. He's pretty unlikely to take you deep, but if you allow him to get on base, chances of him scoring and tying this game.
Throw on to first to be in time, but meanwhile the lead shrinks to 1 here on the RBI ground ball.
A simple ground ball to the infield, but the run does come home from third, and they cut their deficit.
A manager checks in with his ball club.
MLB Network's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Today, the 3rd and final game in this 3-game series between the Detroit Tigers and the Kansas City Royals. The Royals look for their 7th straight victory next. Miguel Almonte gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, Matt, we're getting a look at a guy that's really been struggling lately. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of over 1.50. Lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of walks, and that doesn't add up to very good performances. So he's going to look to turn things around in this one here today.
Now to the plate, Rob Farr comes in today, leading the American League in batting for the season. McKenzie is in his tracks now, and very quickly 1 gone. Well, a chance now from the K to have a look at the starting 9 for these Royals. Danny, who stands out to you?
Well, I'll keep an eye on the leadoff guy and see what he can do in this one. He's got over 15 runs batted in his last 10 games. Like, that's some kind of a stretch. These opposing pitchers have to figure out a way to keep the guys off base in front of him, or he's going to make it really tough for them.
Standing in, Rob Farr. He flew out in his last at-bat. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Around first, he's digging for second. Arms pumping, he's hustling for third. The relay, but he is in there with a triple. So just like that, he's at third here with 1 away as we show you the league leaders in 3 base hits. And as you can see there, he currently leads the AL in that department. Stepping up to the plate, Cesar Benitez. He singled his last time up.
Cesar Benitez.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Hit softly out in front. Throw just does beat him to the bag, as that was pretty close.
A simple ground ball to the infield, but the run does come home from third, and they cut their deficit to only 1 run.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Rob Farr. They'll start things out in the 6th for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, only 2 hits so far, Matt, and not very many hard hit balls either. We'll see if they can start making some adjustments.
So a line drive single to left makes it 2 hits for him now this afternoon at the plate. And as you can see there, he's currently leading the Royals in that category. Stepping in, Cesar Benitez. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. On the ground to second base. This could be 2. And some trouble now in right field. And they keep rolling here. Their runners at the corners with still nobody out.
But we just witnessed some elite speed going from first to third, as Showtrack is demonstrating. You won't find many other guys in this or any other sport for that matter that are capable of picking them up and putting them down like he can, and it ended up making a play not even close at third.
Digging in, Francisco Lindor. He was retired via the ground ball last time up.
Matty, he checks every box. Charisma, smile, hits from both sides of the plate with pop, defense, you name it.
But they will not get them both as he beats out the back end and drives home the run from third.
Yeah, that's always a tough turn because it usually takes a long time to develop, and someone has to go over to first to cover. This time, they just get the 1.
Ready for another shot now, Carlton McKenzie. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. This one's down to third. Scooped up. The second for 1. On to first, but not in time as he's in there ahead of the throw. So the Royals batting order turns over and set to go. Rob Farr. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Hard hit ball to short. Iglesias is there. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Game, especially on the road, but they find a way to get it done.
MLB The Show is on the air as we come at you this evening from Globe Life Park in Arlington. Tonight it's the first of 4 between the Kansas City Royals and the Texas Rangers. Texas have lost their last 5 games. They'll attempt to break that streak right after this. Martin Perez will be on the mound for the series opener. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, this guy's a fun guy to watch pitch. Not necessarily an overpowering guy. Has an ERA in the low 3s. But one thing he knows how to do, he knows how to pitch, and he knows how to minimize damage. If you're going to have an ERA in the low 3s in this day and age, you're doing a lot of things right. And this guy should be fun to watch in this one.
So stepping in, Rob Farr. And we are set for baseball here this evening. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Around first, digging for 2. And he's going to try for 3 right out of the chute tonight. The relay throw, and he'll get there as he legs out the leadoff triple. So next to the plate for the Royals, Cesar Benitez. He drove in one of his team's 2 runs in yesterday's game. Heading out towards shallow right. Mazara's under it. Makes the play, 1 away. The tag, and he is out at the plate. So much for our first run of the ball game. Trying to pick things up where we left off, Rob Farr. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And this is on the ground to short. Could be 2. There's 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Rob Farr. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Hayes will wait on it. And there's the second out of the inning. So the batting order turns over now, and set to go Rob Farr. And this tie ball game is a battle of the bullpens now, and I'm sure you're enjoying that, Dan.
Bullpens are such a big part of baseball now, Matt. All these teams have such good 7th, 8th, and 9th inning guys. It all boils down to whose bullpen is better.
It was mostly pitching and defense in this one, but the man you see here made some noise with the bat.